Hello, I'd like to show you a little bit more about queues. Earlier, I showed you a note about creating an Amazon SQS queue and then sending and receiving messages. But the technique for using the queue, sending and receiving messages, was to use a command line interface, which is effective for a quick little demo. But instead of going and showing you how to create that kind of demonstration from scratch, now I'd like to show you an alternative using the Python libraries, the Boto3 interface, and this technique. You can just clone down a Git repo and just navigate down into the queue demo and into the CDK queue app, and then do an npm install. That is because I removed the node modules folder from that particular Git repo there. And then notice I have npx space CDK deploy and then npx CDK destroy. So that's important if you do have different versions. Of course, you can do an upgrade. It would be good to update the versions that you have, but in case you have a certain baseline software you want to run, exactly what you had put in the repo, you could just use npx to execute those. Here in the middle, a few different techniques for going and trying this out. Let's go take a look. So here, we're just going to do that first command right there, which is the git clone https / and then scale.com b432, it's me, and then AWS demo singular without the s on the end. Close this little repo, go down into AWS demo, and then down into the queue demo, and then we could also navigate down into the queue folder. Actually, let me just go down 2 levels here. So in here, note I have a queue deck. So what I'm going to do is cat that. Actually, let's just do it cheating a little bit. If I look at the queue deck there, that again the PowerPoint slides I showed you a moment ago were generated from. Here are those commands. That first one, again, I did this one. Again, I editorialized a little bit, didn't go quite as deep yet. Here, we'll do that in a moment, and then we'll do the install of the queue. All right, so let's just actually go down into where the app is. So this is the CDK project, CDK app. And so there we can just do the npm install here. That will go and grab the node modules here. So I just reestablished a few dependencies that I'd removed from the Git repo. So the Git repo isn't huge. And then here we can continue on and then do the npx CDK deploy. And now the queue has been deployed. So you just go and grab the commands. You can come back over here and grab a queue here. Now I did this one a little bit different than the prior demo where I was building this up from scratch. Notice instead of taking the square bracket 0 off the queue URLs directly, I just got all the queues that you might have and then specifically grabbed the queue stack QQ because that's what this CDK stack had deployed. And I want to make sure if you do have other queues in your account, you're demonstrating this, you don't get snagged on that pulling the wrong queue and you're posting messages to some other incorrect queue, which would be bad. So what we're going to do here is now refer to this queue, but I have a couple of little tools that I put up here, a little Python receiver and sender as an alternative to the command line interface, the shell scripts over on the left there. So the SQS send in here, we could go and take a look at. And that simply takes a set of data and then assigns some of that as message attributes here, one of the features of SQS, and then the body. So we can go in and post a message to the queue. So I'm actually go and just run that. And I'm going to pass in here, so should be able to just refer to that as $queue here. We'll see if that works. So give back a transaction ID here. Cool. So again, there is another little Python script here to receive. and this goes and has various parameters it uses with that SQS client, and then comes in and displays some of the information from that. So again, you can just run this similar way. You can run it with Python 3 specifically, and then pass $Q. There's an argument there, and it grabs the data out from here, which you could pipe to GQ or some pretty printer or whatever if you want. So we can just use a Git repo, do the Git clone, go ahead and then go and create the queue again, deploy again, because I had deleted it from the prior example. This one's just from the repo directly, and then grab a reference to that. Use a couple of little Python programs to go and send a message to the queue. I did that one first, and then receive a message from the queue. So I didn't run that in two separate windows, but we can go and then destroy the stack when we're done with it. Thank you.